When a negative comment about our body or our hair is coming from a family member, it can be very hurtful. Hi, I'm Essie and you're welcome to the channel where the conversation is real and Essie's got the tea. Today's video will be having an important discussion that have had an adverse effect on so many people of color today, and that is lack of support system in your natural hair journey. So many people find it very difficult, or they still struggle to embrace their natural hair today, not because they had an innate hate for their hair from the onset, like they grew up and they just hate their hair out of the blues, but it's because they never really had someone or the family member to tell them that their hair is beautiful. They never had someone to tell them nice things about themselves, about their hair. So they grew up hating, or they find it difficult to embrace and see the beauty of their natural hair. So due to that lack of support system, many have resorted to using so many things to cover their natural hair. And I understand the struggle and how difficult this can be. When a negative comment about our body or about our hair is coming from a family member, it can be a lot more hurtful than when it's coming from an outsider. So a family member's opinion about our hair can have a profound impact on our self-esteem and self-confidence. The reason why so many people of color, specifically black women, find it difficult to embrace their natural hair today is as a result of the things they heard from a family member. It could be their mom, it could be their dad, it could be their siblings, their uncles, their aunties. Because some of these elders do not have filters on their lips, they say anything, not considering the person that they are spewing all these things on. So imagine getting dressed, putting your hair in order, combing, slicking, brushing, sculpting, shaping your afro or whatever style you decide to wear, and you come out in the sitting room and everybody's looking at you weird like, when are you gonna get your hair done? That hair looks dry. Oh, you want to wear your natural hair for this? Oh, don't tell me you're wearing your natural hair to that place. Don't tell me you're doing that. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look beautiful. That doesn't, like, the whole negative comments would just water your whole confidence down. Like if your ego is this high, it's just going to massage it down. That is how hurtful the words coming from a family member could be. And when you do not have a support system, it can be very difficult embracing your natural hair, or it can be very difficult loving your natural hair, because some people might still be adamant about wearing their natural hair, but they just find it very difficult because they already start thinking that something is wrong with their natural hair. The texture is ugly, and that is why they keep getting these comments from their families on their hair. Some parents not even flinch when they say bad things or negative things to their children. Like they feel so comfortable saying so many things. In fact, so many people that suffer from self-esteem today, aside from not liking their natural hair or not embracing their natural hair, many adults that suffer from self-esteem today is from what they heard from their parents. Oh, you're so skinny, your head is big, you're this is that, you're that. Like different negative things you keep hearing from these people, and now it's been ingrained in your mind, and that is how you think. And the way you think will literally shape your whole life, because you start seeing life in this particular view. You start seeing life like this, and that is why it becomes a habit. That is how you think. You're going to act like that. It becomes a habit, and to you, it's now part of your personality. That is who I am. That is how I am. I don't love my natural hair. There is nothing you can do about it. Don't pressure us to wear our natural hair. It is not supposed to be like that. There are some parents, like my mom, for instance, she has relaxer on her head, but she's one of my big supporters when it comes to me embracing my natural hair. She gets angry when I cut my hair. She would always talk about how my hair is flourishing. She keeps saying these nice and positive things to me, and I keep feeling good about it. Not like I really need those things, but they are very important because they are coming from important people in my life, people that matters in my life. So when I hear these things coming from them, I feel elated, I feel good, I feel really, I'm feeling myself. So when I feel like that, no outsider would make me or can make me feel less of myself. But before you step out of the house and you've already started hearing those negative things about your hair, you're already being told that it's ugly, it's not fine, your self-esteem and your confidence is just watered down. If you go out there and someone is telling you that the hair looks nice, you might be doubting what the person said, because the person that matters to you have already said something negative about the hair earlier on. So you might be doubting that, are you sure? Are you serious? Is it cute? Is it nice? You'll be doubting some of the compliments you get because someone has already made you feel like that hair is not nice. And that is why I'm always talking about conditioning on this channel, because conditioning is really dangerous. When you've internalized a lot of negative things that is being said to you, you get used to it. Many people of color are walking on 10 toes. They always feel insecure wearing their hair out. And sometimes when you trace it, because you don't know people's story, when you trace it, it all boils down to lack of support system when they decided to go natural. And when they eventually go natural and they keep hearing these negative things about their hair, they'll find a way to start hiding it. They'll find a way to start covering the hair because they still want to be natural, but they just don't want to show the texture out because mom said it's ugly. Uncle said it's this. Auntie said it's ugly. The texture is this. The hair is dry. It is nappy. Personally, we don't use nappy here in Nigeria, so I do not really know the connotation when it comes to nappy. But many times I've seen people use the term nappy. It is to say something discriminatory against or about natural hair. It's usually associated with negative comments about natural hair. Like the few times I've seen people use the term nappy, it is not in a good light. So yeah, for this video, I'm going to say your hair is nappy in a bad light. You might be wondering, why do they have so much negativity about natural hair? If you look into it, if you mirror it, it's as a reflection of their own experience, their own past experience. They were also told that their hair is ugly. They were also told that their hair is nappy. They were also told that their hair is dry. The texture is a mess. And because of that, they would relax their hair. They would wear, straight wigs. They would try to cover it and just do all sort of things to their hair just so the texture is not showing. Due to that mentality, they are passing the same, that is what they call generational something. They are passing it down to you, that is their child. Some parents, they have relaxed hair, but if you see the way they are gingering their child that have natural hair, your hair is beautiful, do not relax it, it is amazing, it is that. But they also have relaxer on their head, but they are pushing it out there. They do not want to bring their children down. That is a way of breaking it. So because you are conditioned to hate your hair, you are conditioned to feel like your hair is inferior, to feel like the texture of your hair is less desirable, you want to pass it down to your children. It is not the right thing to do. I hope that parents that are guilty of this would change. When they keep saying all these negative things to you, you internalize the things that they said, the negative things they said about your hair. It might affect your self-esteem in general, not just about your hair, like your overall look and appearance. When you're constantly being pushed to embrace Eurocentric standard of beauty, that your hair is ugly, you have to stretch it, you have to put heat in your hair, you have to relax it, that is the only way it can make your hair beautiful. It can be mentally stressful. Sometimes it can lead to a disconnection from that particular family member that keeps saying all those negative things about your hair. Even if you love them, you might not want to open up about certain things to them because of how they treat you. Embracing your natural hair without a family support can be challenging. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it can be challenging for some, especially for people who really care what a family member is saying to them. When you get motivated by a family member, when I talk about support system, it's not just, let's say, natural hair. Imagine being pushed out to do more by your family. Like, for instance, I'm a content creator, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a small YouTuber, and some days when I feel down, my mom is like, you can do it, keep going. Or when you have a cause you're chasing and it's just difficult, you get someone who is telling you that it's okay, you can pull through. That is what I mean by support system. And it is so important for us humans to have support system one way or the other. It could be from a friend, from a family, from a relative. I feel like it's a lot more effective if it's coming from a direct family member. But what happens if you do not get it from a family member? That is like the most important thing, and that is why I said it can be a bit challenging, but it is not totally impossible. If it feels like you're the only one in your family that loves natural hair and nobody's supporting you, they would rather say negative things or like bad things about your hair instead of making you feel good about it. It's okay to not talk about natural hair to them, and it's okay to not argue with them. The first thing I'd advise is to come online. Like, there are lots of online communities, and that is why we have YouTube, we have groups on Facebook specifically. Yeah, Facebook have lots of natural hair groups that would make you feel welcomed, that will make you feel really, really good about your hair. So join online communities, follow people that has the same hair texture as you. Just watch their videos. There are a lot of motivational videos out there on social media that could make you feel good about your hair. I mean, this video is one of them that will make you feel good about your hair. People who wear their natural hair as you would love to wear your natural hair. These are the type of people you should follow when it comes to embracing and loving your natural hair, regardless of what your family says, regardless of what your family thinks. And when you start getting this support system, when you start seeing others like you feel better. Another thing I would say is, after joining like the online family, following people from social media, make sure you follow content creators that wear their hair out more. When you surround yourself with all these natural hair YouTubers, natural hair content creators, it just brings an inflow of positivity around you. You wouldn't feel that negative things you keep hearing from your family, especially when other people share their own story of how they hated their natural hair and how they are learning to embrace their natural hair. You feel like you finally found a family you never had in your family. So self-love and self-care is also important. If they keep saying negative things about your hair, you have to remember that you decided to go natural for you. You're not doing it for your family members. Yes, what they think or what they say does matter, but it is up to you to filter the things that you want to hear from them. Some parents can be really supportive, they can be really good, but when it comes to your hair, they just have a mouthful, like a lot of negative things to say. So filter that aspect of them, and you can also communicate it to them. I feel like some of them do not even realize that they are conditioning you and they are making you feel that type of way. Communicate your feelings to them. And if it persists, if they keep saying those things, just filter some of the things that you don't want to hear, filter them out, and focus on yourself. Focus on the reason why you decide to go natural. Learn how to style your hair on YouTube, different ways to explore, experiment with your natural hair. Learn how to grow your natural hair as well. That is if your end goal is long, healthy, natural hair. I want you to also be patient and kind to yourself. Always remember that natural hair is beautiful. Always remember that no other ethnicity, no other race have the type of hair that black people have. Our hair can literally do a lot of things. Those things people say my hair could never do, those are the things that our hair can do. Our hair is capable of doing so many things. So always remember that natural hair is beautiful. Have that, like, keep singing it in your head. Keep ringing it as a bell that natural hair is beautiful and there is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with your hair texture. Anybody that tells you that your natural hair is ugly, they are jealous. Just see it like that. Is it easy that someone is envious of you? So just take it that those who are saying those negative things about your hair, they are envious of the crown you have on your head. If you're an outgoing person and you are no longer like under your parents or anything, you can go for natural hair events, find a hair body. You know, natural hair events, you'd get to see people that their hair texture resembles your own texture. You just feel really good about the whole thing. Remember that your natural hair is beautiful and you're worthy of love and respect regardless. All right, so if there is anything that I missed, you can put it down in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys, and let me know your thoughts, your experiences. Kindly share them in the comment section as well. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, share, leave a comment, and everything in between. Thanks for watching once again, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye bye.